Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. We do classic beers here. Massive Beer Review Classics. And for me, I've not had this beer in a very long time, but it is a quintessential classic. Spaten Optimator. I used to drink the crap out of this beer. Like, a lot. It was probably my first Doppelbock love. I've always dug Spaten beers, but I'm telling you, you know what I mean? I've been ripping on this beer probably pre-2000s. That's how long I've been drinking this beer, and it's just always been one of those just beers that I really did dig. That being said, progressing into craft beer, I kind of got left by the wayside. More so than a lot of the other craft ones. Because when I drank this beer, I was starting to get into craft and then just started to get more into craft. And then I found, like, Eyinger's Celebrator and those kind of beers that kind of supplanted this as a Doppelbock to go to. And I know I've had it over the years here and there randomly. I can't tell you the last time I had it, but my buddy Ralph, brewer of Barrel Monks, friend of his, really likes this beer and he couldn't get it. And Ralph said, "Can you do me a solid and just grab a sixer for me and send it out?" And I said, "Absolutely." Made me think I should review it. So here we go. We have Spaten Optimator imported. It's a Munich, Germany-based malt liquor Doppelbock Spaten-Brau, Munich, Germany. On the back here, we don't have story time or anything. We just have 11/2023, which I assume is when it was bottled, because it doesn't say best by date. So that makes this relatively fresh. We're in February 2024. 7.6% alcohol by volume. Done and done. I do not have a proper Doppelbock. Well, I do. I just don't have a clean one out here. So we're just going to drink it like this. And I don't know where my bottle openers are. When in doubt, use a lighter. There we go. Okay. Like I said, I honestly couldn't tell you the last time I had this beer. And it really looks nice, man. I don't remember it looking like this. I remember it being a little bit lighter. Honestly, just basing off of old memory. Label-wise, it's quintessential Spaten. You got a nice foil top here. Classic label styling, so I'm not going to hate on that. It is clear. I like my Doppelbocks that have a little bit of murk to it, but it has that rich, you can't bring it out on camera, but it has that super rich mahogany color to it with this nice pinky finger of like a almost malted malt ball colored head to it. So it looks the part of what I want coloration wise, both head and body of a Doppelbock to look like. So it definitely looks the part. Let's see if we can get a nose. Oh man, that smells really good. Way better than I remember it being. Not that I didn't love this beer. I obviously just kind of spouted my joy and love for this beer, but it's been so long. I remember getting like a distinct lager funk off of this beer. At least muscle memory had it. I'm not really getting any of that here. I'm getting this rich, slightly molasses, slightly burnt brown sugar, kind of rich, kind of Doppelbocky maltiness off that. Yeah, it's got this rich maltiness to it. Dinner in a glass, kind of bread in a glass kind of thing, as Doppelbocks are should be, or want to be, or should be. And it just has this real malt forward richness to it. Maybe a little bit of spicy tannic, like, kind of old school, old guard, not nobly hoppy kind of thing going on here. But man, it is malt forward. It smells like a rich, nice Doppelbock. We're diving in. Cheers, y'all. God damn, that's good. I do not remember this beer being this good. I know it's good. Like I said, I just drank, or just talked about how much I love drinking it. Absolutely blown away. Honestly, I don't remember it being this delicious of a beer. It's got a really nice hop presence to it. Again, tannic, tea-like, bittering, British level, Kent Golding, fugly style kind of bittering to it, at least for me. It's got a really nice mouthfeel to it, a density, a thickness that makes you know you're drinking something of heft, but at the same time, still drinkable. It's a lager. It's not anything over the top dense, so while it has a heft to it, it's still drinkable. But it's the malt portion of the show here that is really the star. It honestly is. It comes off as just super rich and decadent, very black strap molassesy, especially when you combine it with the herbaceous kind of herbal hops to it. But that it's that burnt brown sugar, that caramelized, rich. Again, if we're talking bread in a glass, we're talking a very rich, sweetened, sans just getting to dessert level, kind of sweet, kind of molasses-based bread kind of vibe going on for it. That is absolutely 100% delicious. Absolutely 100% delicious. And honestly, like I said, super sneaky when it comes to how good it is because, you know, Doppelbocks are like one of my favorite beers of all time. It makes sense because this is one of the ones that originally got me into beer. And really, when I talk about, you know, the Mount Rushmore of Doppelbocks for me, it's Celebrator. You know, even Boston Beer Company's their Doppelbock. Troegenator's Doppelbock from Troegs. Brewery Emelisse, their Doppelbock. Those are kind of like my 4 big ones that I really kind of champion. This is worthy of being up there. Honestly, it is. Honestly, and it makes sense. You know, it's Spaten. You know, they make great beers. You know, we all love them. We all turn to them during Oktoberfest, and I think, you know, myself, like a bunch of others, maybe we turn away a little bit too fast once September and October turn around. But I'm glad I stole one of these because I got that 6-pack and I just pulled one of these out of the 6-pack I got for Ralph, so I'm gonna have to replace it. But because I was like, I want to review this. And I'm glad I did because it is honestly a pleasure of a beer. Just the way that malt plays off of those herbaceous hops. And with the, again, the cool trick of having a nice, beautiful mouthfeel that's dense at the same time drinkable. That's your lager at play. Absolutely fantastic beer. Absolutely fantastic. And honestly, one of the most expressive, one of the best Doppelbocks I've had in quite some time. Mount Rushmore status. Yes. Yes, this is delicious. This is absolutely delicious and exactly what I want from a Doppelbock. I feel like a schmuck not buying these more often. Again, this is the mantra of Massive Beer Review Classics, is that I forget these beers are awesome, I drink them again, and I get angry at myself. So yeah, there we go. Value and availability, like $8 for a 6er. It'll leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like Doppelbocks. And you're not afraid of a little bit of herbal bittering. Because that's where I think this one kind of maybe is a little bit more than what the other ones tend to bring. The other ones, those other 4 that I spoke of, there's a bit more of an herbaceous herbal hop here that I think complements really well with the way the malts kind of come off. So if you dig on that, you'll dig on this. Spaten, have you been to the brewery? Have you been to Oktoberfest? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? Have you had this beer forever and a billion years ago? And have you had it recently? What are your thoughts and everything in between? What's your favorite Spaten beer? All that fun stuff down there. Hopefully you all enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of Doppelbock right now. Hope we'll see you next time. Cheers, y'all.